So starting our day 2, had our complimentary breakfast. How'd you think of the waffle? Terrible? I didn't mind it that much. What did you didn't like?
It was too soft, it felt really doughy, and the butter was solid.
I got you. Well, come on, let's go back to the room. Other than that, we're going to go look around town today, see what else there is. Right, buddy?
Yep.
And we'll go from there. So we're here at the Marine Science Center, and we're going to sit there and go see some turtles and stuff like that, be able to pet them. What do you think, Suzanne? Yeah. Outran a storm today, but now it's sunny. This is a pretty awesome looking, it's like a giant shell that we saw here, and Steven's gonna walk right in front of the camera. Seashells, Coquina Rock, I should say. Looks really, really cool. This is, again, a Marine Science Center. Taking a tour of it today. It's supposedly raining, and well, it was. It was raining really, really, really hard in Daytona Beach. We rode about 10 miles down the road. There is nothing going on right now, so we were just kind of coming and checking this place out. Looks really cool. So, hey Steven, look down here. Yeah, I think so. So I'm pretty sure this is the skull of a whale. Let's see what this says. It just says Marine Science Center on that little tag. I was just trying to see. Yeah, that's really cool. So, you ready? Alright, let's go down here. This is a humpback whale skull. Thing is huge. It's probably 10 feet long just by itself. Amazing. Did it scare you? Turtle Hospital. Actually working on a turtle, giving them antibiotics, things of that nature. We have a hospital here. They have a vet comes in once a week. They said to actually help out the turtles, make sure they're feeling good, gets back to health. And it's actually basically the hospital portion of the Marine Science Center, and they're working on a turtle. They already gave him a shot and things like that. So. Unfortunately, looks like. Marine Science Center.
All right, so we're gonna feed the animals right now. While we feed, we need everybody to bring their hands out of the water. We all stay behind the blue line. We hand feed some of the animals. We want them coming up to the right hand feed. A little bit about what's in the tank. These two guys that go in their feeding baskets to eat. They're kind of slower eaters than the rays are. Sharing is not quite their strong suit. So this is a giant Caribbean hermit crab. He's definitely earning his name. He wants to high five. You want to? No? Don't high five this guy. He'll lose your finger. Very, very strong. Hermit crabs, beautiful, bright, vibrant colors on him. These guys are native to our area as well as south of us, those nice warmer temperature waters. As beautiful as he is, though, these guys, they're total thieves. Hermit crabs don't produce their own shell. When they grow, they'll molt their exoskeleton just like a snake would shed their skin. They need to find a bigger home to grow into, a bigger shell. A lot of times they'll fight off other hermit crabs, other types of animals. They'll find vacancies along the ocean floor, but there's always a lot of competition in there in the hermit crab community over who's got the biggest shell. So the shell that he's in right now, this is from a Florida horse conch, which is an animal that used to live in here before he took it over. This guy right next to him, he finds out he has no peace whatsoever. This is an actual Florida horse conch here. So the orange gelatinous part, that's the body of the animal. Kind of a weird name, Florida horse conch. Florida refers to, this is our state shell here in Florida. These guys grow massive. So a horse conch, think like a horse. They get about 2.5 feet in length at max capacity there. Yeah, very, very big gastropod though. It's mistaken as a conch, so it's not a true conch. True conchs are herbivorous, where they're only eating plants, things like that. This guy's definitely not an herbivore by any stretch. He's got the nickname of the Death Star of the mollusk world because of his feeding habits. He's a very effective predator for being a big snail. You can see the whorl marks in his shell, so his body is producing that calcium carbonate, is producing his shell, and that's why he was given the name of conch. You can see how small he was when he was born, and that shell just continues to whirl and grow around him as he grows. The rays that we have in here, the three that everybody's getting to pet, those are cow-nose stingrays. They get that name from the front of their face. They have a rostrum in the front of their face here. She'll come up. You can see how it opens and closes right there. So inside that rostrum, all their sensory organs are in there, what they're using to hunt other animals. They have ampullae of Lorenzini, which actually detects electrical currents given off by other animals. Most of their food is buried down in the substrate, so they're not using their visual acuity, they're not using their eyes to find their food. So they have these extra sensory organs in there to help them hunt those little hidden animals, little crustaceans, worms, bivalves, things like that. The ray that's down on the bottom, he's a male. All three of these, they're girls. They're 4 years old. They were born at a facility out near Orlando. He's about 10 years old. He's an Atlantic stingray. Different species of rays. He's a benthic animal. He doesn't swim like the other rays do, which makes him kind of a danger to us. It's easy to walk out into the water. When you don't see him and you step down on top of it, he's going to use that barb, that stinger, and he's going to defend himself and just absolutely ruin your day. Excruciatingly painful to get stung by one of these guys. The best thing to do is obviously don't get stung. So we try to teach people to do the stingray shuffle. Anytime you're walking out into the water or along the shoreline, shuffle and drag your feet along. It's just kind of like a little lazy walk. They're not confrontational, they're not territorial. They feel that vibration. If you know that you're coming, they want nothing to do with you. They're going to get out of your way. Stingray shuffle anytime you're walking through the water. We also have two horseshoe crabs. The one in the center, the smaller one, is the male. The bigger one is the female. That's their size dimorphism and their species. Horseshoe crabs, very cool animals. These guys have been on Earth for much longer than the dinosaurs. They've been here for longer than Fiji, longer than Hawaii, about 400 million years. These guys have been on Earth. That's 5 major extinction events that these have survived. What makes them so important to us is their blood. Their blood's a little bit different than ours. Like our blood is red, right? That's an iron-based hemoglobin that carries oxygen to our bodies. Their blood is blue. It's a copper-based hemocyanin. It's real pretty blue, almost like the edge of the tank. Inside this hemocyanin, they have a property called lysate. And what this lysate does is anything that enters the crab's bloodstream, bacterial-wise, this lysate detects it really, really well, and it congeals around it, forms a little gel sac around it. Nothing spreads to the crab's body. The crab never gets sick. It's been sitting around for hundreds of millions of years. We harvest the lysate out of their blood. We use it to test anything that's going to be medically introduced to us. Flu shots, serums, the needles themselves, even some pills. If we get bacteria in these items, who's ever heard of typhoid before? Anybody? What about meningitis? Toxic shock syndrome, real nasty gram-negative diseases. None of the kids know what this is anymore because it's very, very rare that we get anything like that. Meningitis alone used to kill thousands of people every single year just in the United States. It's very rare because of this animal right here. When we use that lysate to test anything, we know that there's bacteria in there. That batch is thrown out before it's introduced to us. It's an FDA regulation that anything that's going to be intravenously introduced to our bodies needs to go through the limulus amoebocyte lysate test beforehand to make sure it's bacteria-free. These guys literally save thousands of our lives. Very important animal. I think that's it, though. Did I miss anything? I think that's all the animals. Where is Mindy at? There she is. If we can make a little spot right there for Mindy. Mindy's going to teach you guys how to feed the stingrays. It's kind of a first come, first serve. It's a limited amount of piece of food. Obviously, their diets are very vague, but it is very safe.
Amazingly big sea turtle. He's got to be 5 feet long. Man, he's big. He's sick. They're working his way back to health. Unbelievable, though. Completely cool here at the Marine Science Center.
Guys, that was our first part of our day. Suzanne, how do you think that was? You're welcome. And stay tuned for our second half of the day.